20 miles today, Bucknell to, basically Brampton Bryan to Kington on the Herefordshire Trail. It's good weather, it's quite cloudy. But nice and warm. It was actually really warm this morning. Even like getting up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, it was quite warm. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty warm most of the day. Could be showers later on, could be thunder, but I'm hoping that I'll be in Kington by then. So yeah, we'll see what the Herefordshire Trail's like. It looks pretty good. There should be some interesting places. Brampton Bryan is about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles away. If I don't get run over, and I'll see you there. So I'm leaving the very picturesque Brampton Bryan. I'm now on the Herefordshire Trail. Yeah, some really lovely, very old buildings. Most of them Tudor, and the long yew hedge you'll have seen in the photographs. I think it's either one of the longest or the longest unbroken yew hedge in the UK or something like that. That's quite interesting. Yeah, lovely little place, Brampton Bryan. I wish I had more time to have a look round, and the church looked really nice too. Yeah, nice day. Quite a nice start to the Herefordshire Trail, at least this section of it. So yeah, we'll see where the trail leads us. Don't know if you can hear that, but I think that's the crickets. I think it must be crickets. Looks like there's a couple of... Oh, actually, there might be kites. Look at the tail. Actually, one looks like a kite, one looks like a buzzard. Yeah, it's like two different tails. Interesting. Nice place this. It's either Brampton Bryan Park, or we're heading towards Brampton Bryan Park. So, yeah, very nice. Very old oak tree. Bit of hill climbing. Not too bad. Nice elderflower tree here, sambuca. I really like sambucas. I've got a few at home. I've got a couple of very small, like the white flower variety, the standard elderflower. I've also got a small black one, which you get the elderberries on. I don't think these produce berries. So we are on now Harley Mountain. I have a few things to tell you about Harley Mountain, but I need to do a bit of research, make sure I get it right. It's really nice up here. But yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a break at the top of Harley Mountain. Shouldn't be too far, and then I'll tell you a bit about it. So it's actually Harley's Mountain, not Harley Mountain. But basically the story is, and I only know this because I've just looked it up. But yeah, during the Civil War, during the English Civil War, the town of Brampton Bryan was being attacked, and Lady Brilliana Harley, fantastic name. She basically took the village into her castle and basically protected them while this was going on. And apparently by the time it was all over, there was only one death, which I think was the cook. But yeah, you can see why they named a mountain after her, or after the family. Apparently the Harley family is still in Brampton Bryan, so there are still descendants in Brampton Bryan. And apparently Harley Street in London is named after the Harley family from Brampton Bryan. So interesting stuff. I had to look up the difference between a hill and a mountain, and technically this should be a hill, but it depends who you ask. Like all around the world, I think people have different ideas of what a hill is and what a mountain is. Technically, in the British Isles, anything over 2,000 feet should be a mountain, and anything below that should be a hill, but I don't think that's stuck too rigidly. I think Harley's mountain is over 1,200 feet, I think. No, sorry, over 1,200 feet. So it wouldn't constitute a mountain really, but like, who cares? It's still Harley's mountain. I'm just stopped here. I'm just going to have something to eat. There's a lot of flies buzzing about, so I'm probably not going to be here long, but I'm just going to stop for something to eat, and then I'm going to carry on down that way. I'm in Clay Valley Wood at the moment, and it's annoying me a bit. It's very nice, but it's annoying me a bit because the trail's not so clear. I think it did go across the top of that hill there, 'cause I think there is a post up there, but to get to that, there's a lot of branches in the way. It wasn't that clear on the OS map either, which way to go, so I'm just kind of following the direction of the Herefordshire Trail on the OS map, even though the path hasn't been very obvious at all. Hopefully I'm going the wrong way. Hopefully I'm going the right way, sorry. Should be going straight ahead now. This would make sense. Yeah, so I think actually I should have come down there. Just gone all the way along the ridge somehow. And then down there, so should be alright. Slowed me down a bit, but could have been worse. So I've just come through Lingham, a nice little village, very picturesque. And I've now got to basically do what looks like a sort of dog leg, rather than going on the road in a straight line. Kind of going in this direction and then stopping and turning, then going in another direction to meet where the road goes. So it's longer, but I would imagine more interesting. At least don't have to worry about traffic, but this is the proper Herefordshire Trail anyway, so shouldn't really be following the road, even though it was more direct. But this is very nice. Nice little wooded, overgrown gully. So the Herefordshire Trail and the Mortimer Trail are basically following the same route now, and shortly up here on the right, as I remember, it's quite hidden. In fact, it might even be back down there. The try and save a bit of time to get to Kington a bit quicker. I'm going to follow the road to Sandsbatch. And then I'm either going to get back onto the Mortimer and Herefordshire trail there, or take the road to Titley. I'm not sure yet. See, that's that. Look at that. It's saying to go up there. That's a lot clearer than the last time, I'm sure. Well, the first time I did it, I missed that completely. But that route up Watley Hill is very overgrown. It was the last time I went up. So, oh yeah, Herefordshire Trail. Kind of take the easier route, although it's going to be on road, so it's not doing my feet any good. What a racket. So that's where I came out, and straight into that, which I don't think is electrified, but I wouldn't have thought so. Hope not, but I crawled under it anyway just to be on the safe side. I remember this bit from last time, and I don't like this bit because it's not really very clear where you need to go. I think it's over this direction, so I'm going to check the map. Yeah, there's no real clear trail. Well, that was fun. Got through the stile opposite where that possible electric fence was. So I went through another stile into another field, and then down this field. There's another electric fence by the look of it. I don't know if the route's been changed, but there's like a stile there, but I thought I'd come through the open gate. Yeah, it's a bit confusing because it doesn't really, the OS map doesn't really tally with what's on the ground. So there may be a track around it, but it looked like you had to just go straight across the field. So I had to carefully climb over the electric fence, just like swing one leg over at a time. It's probably not even turned on, but you know, let's be on the safe side. So it's got a bit of a road stretch to Titley. So we're on the Mortimer trail still. I forgot to say, when I was just coming out of Sandsbatch, just passing the old parish church building, the road goes sort of over a stream, and the stream sort of follows the road on the left hand side for a bit. Where the road crossed over it, car coming. Sorry, where the road crossed over it, I just ducked down into the stream, filled up my water filter. I've got a Catardin or Catadine 3 litre water bag with a filter. They're really good, very popular at the moment. I've got the other water filter as well, the I don't remember what it's called. It's one I've used for years now. Can't remember. Anyway, filled up that with water and filtered it into my water bottle, so I was running very low on water. And when you get water from a spring, especially if you're like getting it from a mountain, like either halfway up a mountain or on the top of a mountain, yeah, it's so cool and gorgeous. And it's when you actually feel like you're actually tasting the water. It's like very refreshing. So nice. Anyway, that was a stream I'd filled up from when I did the Mortimer Trail in 2019. Another car. Yeah, in 2019, when I did the Mortimer Trail for the first time, I stopped there and filled up, from that stream. It just came just at the right time. I think there's very few places on the Mortimer Trail to actually get water from. I think there are a couple of rivers, but I'm sure the one in Amestree, I thought, when I actually thought about it, by that point it was hard to get down to the river, I think. Can't remember. Or maybe I just had plenty of water at that point, so I didn't need to. But yeah, Sands Batch was it came right at just at the right time, and I really needed water. So I had a good drink, and I'll have a bit more of a drink. Just following the road to Titley now. And I'll probably follow the road from Titley to Kington, so still a few more miles to do. From Titley I think it's probably 3 or 4, maybe about 3 to Kington. Hoping to be in Kington about 6. Yeah, it's been a hard day, harder than I expected. I think a lot of the walking on the slopes of the hills, kind of walking at an angle, sort of didn't help my feet. It was a relief to get onto the flat. So it's been harder than I expected, but 15.7 miles. It's probably a bit more than that because I stopped the watch at one point by accident. So that's Titley Church you just saw in the photograph. And basically I'm not going to follow the road from Titley to Kington because just getting into Titley it was getting really busy, and I mean, you have to expect it walking on the road, but it's so annoying having to get up onto the verge every time a car comes. I think it would just annoy me too much. So I was chatting with a nice chap. I think he was tidying the hedges on the side of the road. He asked me where I was going, what I was doing, and yeah, he said it wasn't a good road to Kington. He said I'd be better off doing the Mortimer Trail, and I said yeah, I think you're right. Offered me a cup of tea, which was really nice, but I just want to keep plodding on. I've got plenty of water, so I'm okay. This isn't too bad a section actually. It's a bit of a hill climb. It's quite nice when you get to the top. And then I think I've got a fair bit of forest walking. And eventually I'll come out onto the top of a hill where you can see some of the remains of Offa's Dyke, and you basically just got to go downhill towards Kington then. So I'd say I've probably got a couple of hours, but that's not too bad. Hello? He's a good boy, eh? Hey? Oh no, oh no. Naughty. Earth is that? Appalling sludge. Oh, that's the smell of the country. How cool would it be to live there? If that was obviously not as it is now, but oh, if it was renovated. I'm just looking at the state of that wall would be tricky. If that was a house, that'd be pretty cool, right here. And actually in the last few weeks when I've been hiking, I've seen quite a few houses that are actually in forests right next to trails like this. Must be great. Yeah, that would be a that would be quite a project, that. It's getting dense now. I think we're on Brompton Scar now. And I think when we come out of this wooded section we'll be close to Offa's Dyke. Not too far away, and then pretty soon the downhill section to Kington, but gotta get through this first. Very overgrown down there. A couple of signposts. I think this is like getting to the end of Brompton Scar. Yeah, very easy to miss some of those signposts because it's very overgrown. In fact, just come the last mile or so through the wood, very overgrown trail through. You saw that last bit of video through the ferns. Very overgrown a bit further on from there, and you can't see what you're stepping on. And it is a bit rutted in some places. It can be a bit dangerous, so they probably do maintain the trail, but I would imagine it gets overgrown pretty quickly, so a bit of a losing battle probably, but yeah, gotta be careful. Whew. Right, I think we've got to go up there, and hopefully it's more or less down the other side. Still got quite a way to go, but get in there. This earthwork here is part of the remains of Offa's Dyke. Can't really tell you much about him, but he was a king, and the dyke was a defensive measure of some kind, probably to keep out the English, I'm guessing, or other invaders. But yeah, and obviously there's the Offa's Dyke Trail, which it's near here. I don't know if it does go along the line of that. It might do. Might actually go up there, thinking about it. So I followed it the first year I did the Mortimer Trail, and I got lost here, around here. Didn't have my phone with me, only had the map, and got lost. Ended up finding the Offa's Dyke Trail somewhere over there. And thinking, well, I know the Offa's Dyke Trail goes into Kington, so I'll just follow it. In fact, that's Kington down there. I'll just follow the Offa's Dyke Trail into Kington, simple, but I followed it in the wrong direction. ended up miles away and had to walk about 5 or 6 miles along the road to Kington, which wasn't very Very clever. So we'll have to go in that direction, I think. I'm not sure where I start turning, but I better check the map. Right, you can just see the top of the last signpost over there, and that's the line of Offa's Dyke that I was showing you in the previous clip, and it was only a couple of minutes ago. But this, you can see the trail now, you can see the trail going off in that direction, but you can't really see it back there. Or if it is, it's very indistinct. So if you are going to do this trail, the Mortimer trail, and you get to this point, you can see Kington down there. I can't remember the name of this hill, but you'll know when you get here. But when you cross over Offa's Dyke, just sort of, there probably is an arrow on that signpost, I wasn't paying attention, and it'll probably point you in this direction, and just look for this trail on the ground. And just basically follow it in the direction of Kington. I think it does veer right at some point. So, just trying to, it's going to be down there somewhere. There's like a corner of the field. See where that house is down there. I think we've got to end up down there. That house and farm. Yeah, you can see the Mortimer Trail sign on the stile here. Well, it's pretty clear to see where the trail is. But it does mean trampling this. Yeah, the old crops. Don't really have much choice. So apologies for the hair, I'm just taking my cap off. And I'm losing my voice, which I always seem to do on a long hike. But just to finish the video, I've got to Kington. It's nearly 7:15. God, what a state. Cap hair. It's 7:15. And I'm in the Royal Oak. I'm going to stay here tonight. But it was an interesting route today. Ended up being a bit longer than I thought. It was like 22.5 miles. About half Herefordshire trail, half Mortimer trail. Some really nice sections. Some quite tricky sections, especially the Mortimer trail bits. I've forgotten how overgrown and how uneven the ground can be in some places. But the views, yeah, views are fantastic. But yeah, hard earned. So I'm going to rest up and see how I feel in the morning. Thanks for watching.